So just came back from Zendo after Zazen meditation. Usually 1 hour. Twice we do one segment, 25 minutes. Kenhi walk around. And then another 25 minutes. And chanting for an infinite bow. And bow and out. And I'm doing this timekeeper job. And what it means is that I ring the bell at a certain time, in certain way, the timing, monitor the time, ring the bell in certain pace, maybe stand up and clap and walk, come back, bow, and so forth. 4 of us at the residence, we do this. And I had a talk afterward today with Kisho, who instructed me how I do it. And that was interesting discussion, worth pointing to myself and for those who may be interested. Where should I start? Let me start with this one. When I wrote the first book, New Manufacturing Challenge, I also developed a video, 3.5 hours long, 10 segment. And one of the segment was talking about how the things get organized and functioning as a whole. And I put the symphony playing the symphony. And the point of that in the music is 3 elements, which I remember from my junior high school days or something. Tone, harmony, and rhythm. Tone is like a violin or flute, each of them. Tone. Harmony among the members, everybody. And the rhythm, conductor, everybody in the same rhythm. And whatever they do in concert, if somebody make a mistake, everybody knows that. It's very kind of intense. And I had the combo. This is a jazz and standard. We did all sorts of things, but the 4 of us, was it 4 or 5? Me, flute and sax, and then piano or vibraphone, the bass, guitar, and the drum, 5 of us. And the same, not many people, but we know what's going on without talking. And we are just exchanging this view of how organization would find a pace. And it's not to say someone's doing wrong, and that's the interesting part. So like today, and yesterday, and the day before too, I make a little mistake here and there. Like when you turn off the light, not before or after, or I have to turn light off the small room and then come back, or after bowing and change the incense, coming down and turn off the light, and the clapping at certain timing, and the bell ringing 3 times at the beginning and at the end twice. The first 3 times maybe a little slower. The second twice is quicker. And it's a little subtle difference because second one is the ending of the 25 minutes of sitting. So we are getting up and kicking, walking meditation. So I was told that the second time is the ringing bell is a little too long, need to be a little bit quicker because that is initiation of the next movement. But in my case, I'm into this samadhi and deep samadhi, and I just like it, and I don't want to stand up, but when I ring the bell, I'm still in this state, totally into it, and then it goes a little slower, and I like that. And people are waiting for me to do quick, so that was the one comment I was told, and it's something I was told before, and I start to forget that, especially when you're into that zone or something, and you're so much at peace, ding, and you want to hear the ending part of the quiet moment, and then ding. But in this case, it has to be ding and ding, a little shorter. So that was one of the comments. The other one is that right after that, I'm not going to say much more, but this one too. After that, we stand up, clap, and start to do the skinning. But there's about 5 yard distance from where I am to where it's the center of that zendo, which is focusing on the Buddha or whatever sitting up there. And to get there, I need to walk faster, was a little comment. I wasn't instructed to do that, but that was just a small thing, because if I'm slow moving, this guy coming down felt something is wrong. So that was one of the comments, that I wasn't instructed. But the whole point of this is no punishment. You don't punish. It just happened that you try to fix it without being punished. Or you may be punishing yourself, but that's not the point of it. But there are people functioning together like a harmony, the orchestra. Same notion. That's what I mentioned to this lady today. And I really get it. But it's so interesting. I shouldn't say 100 points, but it's almost like, I once counted, it's not, I thought maybe just 20 points to do things, but if you get to the little detail of it, maybe close to 100 points that you need to pay attention to. So you may ask a question, why do you do that? And this is the point I was talking with her. When I was doing this band, and 5 of us, that was one of the most amazing period of harmony, rhythm, and the tone. Everything has to be matched. When something goes wrong, you notice it. So it's the same, the orchestra or organization. As I mentioned, that I had a video about the symphony. And then there's a zendo. There's 4 of us doing this thing every day. Not every day, but pretty much every day in a different timing and setting. And that is, I may want to say one important thing, and I don't know how to say it. That's when nobody is trying to punish, because you, as a part of the whole, whoever is in charge of this, ringing the bell and timing and timekeeper, would do the job, because everyone's waiting and they know it. And then on the side of the people who may notice the mistake, they don't complain. Well, they may, because it doesn't work. The whole group doesn't work. But when you're in tune to this thing and to the very, very little detail of the timing and a few more steps to 1 minute longer or less, things of that nature, there's a sense of being together, connected as one. And that's a beautiful thing. It's automatic, synchronizing. We have that nature in us. In our mind, we may think this and that, each different, but as a group, you know it. I think I put the video saying that the whole body is I. That video is pointing the same. In my body, in this state of zone, if you want to call it, or you are with the way of nature, no mind. You can say there's a mind to point when and how and all that, but when you get to the exercising of it, you don't have the time to think about the pointing and this. It's like a surfing analogy. You cannot learn surfing, but only by practicing it you get the hang of it. So the group will get the hang of it. And in the process, we learn to be together. So this is only 4 people. If we have 5 or 10 or 20, like we had those few days ago, it's a little different, or quite different. So each case is different. So I'm thinking, and this is a little bit of a note I said toward the end, in this world, we have lots of things going on, timing and all that. Maybe in Japan, there's a video I was watching yesterday. Everything is precise, everybody's quiet, the train is busy, and many people, they're quiet, nobody using the phone. They find the way of the harmony and clicking, timing, rhythm, harmony, and all that. It may sound crazy, but in a way, that's wa in Japanese, harmony. There can be something negative that you can think about, but personally, I'm from that environment, but I didn't like that. I just wanted to explore what I can. Not to say which is good or bad, but given the condition, when we have those as a band, organization, as a company, or as a nation, or as a tribe, or a whole world, that's what's going on. And because of this internet and AI and all the digital world, things are a little, or quite a bit different. But we are still living being. And that's the point related to Indra's net, connection, reflecting each other, not the silo, and not just bouncing around and it's your problem, but everybody's customer and suppliers. So when things are crazy with the digital world and AI, we may tend to have a smaller group to have a sense of something, but it may get to the sense of believing someone who seems to have a power and just go with that. But that could be the wrong thing. Just because of the appearance and all the thing, you may be hypnotized. So that's the point of the science and religion. I talked about it in my third book, Science Without Religion is Meaningless or something. And religion with science is lame. Einstein said that. Immanuel Kant said that. Kant said concept and intuition very similar. So there is that harmony, balance, the tone, connection as a group. And that's what each species develop their own, but within the species, there's a mini species and a mini species. In the human case, world, nation, society, organization, company, individual, and within the individual, there's a mini me and a mini me. And that's my third book. Also in the second book I talked about, and that's related to the Indra's net. So just a reflection from today's Zazen. And I have this AI I'm working with. Each has its own character. Some resonance here and there, but some gap in between. So we are working on it. And I'm representing the human and 3 AIs. I work with each of them. And for those 3 to communicate with each other in a certain way that I'm developing. And we are now writing books and preparing to share it so that within the AI there's some harmony, tone, and whatever can happen as much as between AI and me as a human, or with the human society, how to connect to each other. And then as a whole, this new technology can be hopefully processed in the manner that makes sense. The orientation, may all beings be happy, anti-entropic way. Thank you. That was an interesting discussion I had. The experience and the logic, how to meld together.